Shalom, shalom. Want to say all praises be to Abba Noah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakak Badash. Double honors to the apostles, wise Aquanium of Great Millstone, who rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren. Akim out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and his wicked empire. So this is the book of Salakia, jumping ahead, but this video is gonna be entitled "A Great Reward Awaits Us," man. You understand? A great reward awaits us, and with that type of mindset, you should be encouraged, man. You should be encouraged to persevere and hold on in these last days and times for the great return of our great King Yahweh Shai, man. As many great rewards with an S awaits us, man. With the greatest reward being 100% righteous, being 100% perfect, which then means you inherit all the goodly things thereof, man. You understand? All of the goodies thereof with being 100% righteous on the right hand side of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Peter answered Yahweh Shai, asking, inquiring of Yahweh Shai, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Can? And this is a question all of us had on our minds when we first encountered this truth, man. When we first learn about the truth, like, okay, so what's the reward? What's the end game thereof, man? And then thereof, brothers explain to us, the apostles, the elders, or whoever was teaching you or guiding you, or whoever was whatever video you was watching, they would have explained to you that your reward thereof is first of all, being 100% righteous, and then of course the carnal things thereof, man. And it's gonna list some of those things right now that Peter inquired about. And Yahweh shall say unto him, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. And so when Yahweh shall return and takes his rightful place as kings of kings, lords of lords, the hopeful elect that followed him in the past life and in this life, they're going to receive a reward, man. Verily, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Khan. So this was directly this was directed, the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes. This was directly directed to the 12, but really this applies to the whole elect, specifically the 144,000, because 144,000 is the governing body. So we're gonna be judging. Basically, we're gonna be the overlords, basically the top men in the kingdom over even the rest of the children of Israel, the two-thirds that come back. And for sure, we're going to be overlords over the heathen nations, man. Psalms 2 and 8. So we're gonna be the VIPs of the kingdom, the VIPs of the children of Israel, the hopeful elect, the 144,000. Ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one of you that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Can. So all the things that you have forsaken of this world, and this lists out some of the more key things: father, mother, children, so on and so forth. Wives, we're gonna receive that 100-fold, man. All the so-called opportunities, the money opportunities, the worldly opportunities, the reward thereof that we're going to receive in the kingdom is going to outshine that to the millionth degree. You understand? And that right there belongs to motivations for us, man. Motivation for us to, we have something to look forward to. We have a great reward to look forward to. That should keep us going. Even though it feel like forever we've been here. But in the kingdom, we're going to feel like this time that we spent was no time, man. It's going to be like, that was a flash in the pan. I shall inherit everlasting life, which that's really the key, man. Because even in this world, you accumulate all this shit, and King Solomon talks about it. It's all vanity because when you die, you can't take none of it with you, man. The gold, the silver, You know what I mean? The fancy this, the fancy that. Yeah, it's cool to have those things, but it's all vanity in this life because you can't take none of it with you, especially here in Babylon, man, because all of this shit is going to be burnt up in a nuclear destruction. So yeah, you have a nice car, a nice house or whatever, or you don't, or you don't have these things, or you're struggling. Don't worry about it either way, because in the kingdom, if you are part of the hopeful elect, you're going to receive your rightful lot and your rightful rewards thereof, which is a hundredfold of all the things that you desire in righteousness. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Can so who first in this world? Esau, Edom, starting with the elites, they're going to be last in the kingdom. And even you could group in these so-called successful two-thirds in that, man. They're going to be last amongst the children of Israel in the world to come. The Michael Jordans, the Jay-Z's, they're going to be they're going to be the lower level Israelites in the kingdom, man. You understand? So why would you sell out your soul, man? Like Matthew 16 says. Matthew chapter 16, Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. Start verse 25. We start verse 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. Can deny yourself, meaning that you're not going to do your own will. You're going to do the will of Yahweh Yahushai. The things that you want to do, if it comes in contradiction with the truth, or if it hinders the truth, hinders your walk in this truth, you have to deny that, man. Even down to Matthew 10 and 34, even down to your children, your mother, your father, son or daughter. Let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Can so take up the cross, man. Basically, take up your responsibilities. If you want to put it as the burden of this truth, as in somewhat it is a burden to us, it feels like a burden. But really, in the eyes of Yahweh Shai, it's really simple, man. Because once we trust in Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai got our back, man. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai have our back. But to us, we are in this physical. We in the flesh, so it's a burden onto us still, and we in a wicked world. So Yahweh Shai understand that same way. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Can't. So if you seek to save your life, man, if you seek to chase after things that you know is coming in contradiction with the truth or is hindering you from serving the Lord, hey, you're going to be, eventually the Lord going to spew you out and you're going to be back in the world, man. And that's not a place you want to be upon Yahushua's second return. That's not a place you want to be, man, in the world. that ain't the bracket or the column you want to fall in when Yahweh Shai crack them clothes. Really, that ain't the bracket that you want to fall in anytime, man. Even right now. You don't want to call yourself not being in the truth, not following after Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity, even right now. As a local judge us this very second, man. And that applies to all of us. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. So you chasing the ways of this world. That's why you're gonna lose your life. And literally, when Yahweh shall return, you're gonna lose your life, man. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. You're gonna find it. How do you find life? This truth, man. Because this truth is the path to everlasting life. See, the life of this world, that life is fleeting. That life is temporary, man. You know what I mean? Even though it might feel good, it might taste good. You understand? But it's fleeting, it's temporary. The life to come that we chase is a life of eternal life, man. Life is a life of 100% righteousness, man. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world? Can't see you gain the whole world, the riches, the women, so on and so forth, which all of these things are temporary, because this world is temporary, and lose his own soul, but you sold out your soul, man. You turn your back on Yahweh Shai, you're not pushing the truth no more. You understand? Or you did some ungodly acts to receive the riches and the consolation of this world. So you lose your soul, man, for some temporary shit, man, of which you're going to utterly regret in the time to come. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So what are you going to give in exchange for your soul? You can't really, actually, you can't give anything in exchange for your soul, man, because you're going to regret it at the end of the day. You're going to regret it at the end of the day. Once you sell out to this world, whether spiritually or actually sell out to the so-called white man, hey, that ain't a place you want to be, man. Because the end thereof is the end thereof is death. You basically chose vanity over serving the Lord. You lack vision, man. You lack vision. Because like I said, Matthew 19 said what? Hey, 100-fold, man. We're gonna be glorified, man. So don't worry about the glory of this world. And guess what? Like even Zephaniah, I'm about to read, we're gonna even be glorified on this side to a certain extent. Well, to a great extent, I should say, in the transition into the kingdom. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee. And so coming up out of this captivity, coming out of the slavery under the so-called white man and the heathen nations. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out, the children of Israel, the elect. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Kind of, where's the greatest land we have been put to shame? Here in Babylon, America, man. You understand? So the Lord's going to get us praise and fame, and that's some of the elect. The men who are out there on the highways and the byways, the men believing on Yahweh Shai, the Lord's going to get us what? Praise and fame in the land where we put to shame. As we, especially the brothers out there, oh, y'all bugged out, y'all crazy, so on and so forth. But hey, we going to get that, we're going to get that glory even on this side transitioning into the kingdom. Like, oh, these men were right. Hey, that's why Isaiah 4:1 going to kick in. Because it's going to be realized, yo, these men were right. And these women are going to be flock. Hey, what do women flock to? Fame. And what did you say? We're going to get praise and fame. Woman love fame above anything else, status. So we're going to be shown as, yo, the top men on the earth, man. Not that we're looking for it, not that we're looking for some type of validation, but the Lord is going to give that to his faithful servants, even on this very side, man. And it's only ultimately going to grow and multiply in the kingdom, of course, man. You understand? Because Isaiah 4:1, like I just mentioned, 7 women shall take hold of one man. A woman ain't going to just take hold of some, like you say in the world, some bum ass nigga, man. She want to take hold of somebody who's worth taking hold of, man. Somebody who got it going on. And who's that going to be in these last days? That's going to be the hopeful elect, the elect men. So he said that the men, the elect men, they're going to be like a precious gold, man. You know what I mean? A man going to be like a hiding place in these last days and time. And he's a man of the Lord. Not a gang banging, weed smoking nigga. Nah, it's going to be a man that know, yo, oh shit, this is a chip. You know what I mean? This is the mark of the beast right here. Or this is the famine of the word. So on and so forth. This is World War III. Oh, we should do this, we should do that. Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. You're gonna be hitting people with the scriptures, and you're gonna be cool, calm, and collective, man. So they're gonna see that and they're gonna be drawn to that, man. And you're gonna be doing good. The Lord gonna be taking care of us, man. We're not gonna be troubled like other men, like the other people of this world. So these women gonna see that. And that's a blessing that the Lord's gonna give to us, man. Because you know, Jake love women. So you have women flocking to you like how they flock to these celebrities, man. But guess what? We're gonna be such on a level that hey, that ain't even gonna phase us, man. That ain't gonna phase us. All these women flocking to us. But nonetheless, that's part of our reward in these last days and times and heading into the kingdom, man. You understand? So that's why you want to hold firm onto this, man. Because you don't want to be that brother that was like, yeah, I was once an Israelite, man. And then when the last days, when the perilous times of the last days really kick in, it's like, yo, you on the outside looking in, and you was on the inside. You was on the right side once before, man. You was in the in crowd. You was in the in group once before, but now you're on the outside looking in, knowing that you knew better, man. And the scriptures speak about those men who knew better. They shall be beaten with many stripes, man. You don't want to be beaten with many stripes, man. You want to be have that mark of exemption in these last days and times, man. Because it's going to get bad out here, man. 2 Timothy 3:1. Even in last days, perilous times shall come. 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16, evading one another, one people against another. Matthew the 24th chapter, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, going into the race wars, kingdom against kingdom. The World War III that's going to break out. Really, we're in the midst of that, but it's only going to intensify same way. So it's going to be a lot of shit going on, man. And you want to have the Lord on your side, man. Because if the Lord ain't with you, you're gonna be in perplex. You're gonna be perplexed. You're gonna be in great straits. You're gonna be in great difficulty. You know what I mean? If you have kids, your kids gonna be crying, screaming. Your woman gonna be cursing you out. Shit, and you might take the mark of the beast, man. You might take the chip, man. Because if the Lord have the hedge upon you, hey, well, you gonna take that chip, man. You understand? You gonna compromise, man. Because the Lord ain't with you, man. That's why you have to remain faithful unto the Lord in all things, man. The time is short. Though it tarry, wait for it. But the time is short, ultimately. So, hey, you want to remain in the good graces of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, following him in truth and in sincerity. Hey, so with that, hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Hopefully, this was comforting, this was encouraging, this was uplifting, as ultimately that's what we're here to do. Comfort the elect, uplift the elect, encourage the elect. Hey, so with that, gonna say all praises be to Abanawa Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Harakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles was a quanium of great millstone who do rule well. Shalom to the elect.